Alrighty, good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning for me. I don't know what time it is when you're watching this, but we're playing some Legacy Cube. Alright. Pack one, pick one wasteland. Always sounds like fun to me. It's probably way more reasonable to take something like natural order or anything else that wins the game on the spot. Let's try and go for something fun. I'm gonna take wasteland. Alright, pack two. There's an Inferno Titan, there's a Tameo. We could do like a red-blue, wastelandy red land destruction deck. That would be fun. It's like we can take Tameo and start tapping down lands and doing stuff and being a control deck. This seems like a really bad idea in that there's probably way more powerful cards in this pack, but I'm gonna take Tameo. Ooh, Crucible. Crucible Wasteland sounds like fun. Nobody's allowed to have any non-basics. What else would I be taking in this pack otherwise? Like Tech Edge? I don't know. We'll take Crucible. Alright, let's see what we got in this pack. Electrolyze, Champion of Wits, Nicol Bolas, Chandra, Courser of Crucifix, Gifts Ungiven. She only puts loyalty counters onto red planeswalkers, right? Lame. It's probably Champion of Wits. Okay. Let's see, in this pack, there's a Vraska, Rixmati Reveler, or Chain Lightning. I think Chain Lightning is probably the best for us. Don't mind having red burn spells in this theoretical weird deck I'm trying to build. We got Fibblethip in our colors. Could take Beanstalk Giant, or I guess we could take a Relic, or a Crater Maker maybe. I'll take Relic. Crater Maker is likely to come around. Okay, so we've got an Engineered Explosives, a Bombat Courier. Could take a Mutavault. I think Engineered Explosives is really tempting. Thrill of Possibility is probably not bad either. I'm gonna take the Mutavault. I don't think Strip Mine is in this because it's not legacy legal, but like, I wonder if Encroaching Wastes is. My apologies if I sound a little weird. It's pretty early in the morning for me, and I haven't had time to warm up my voice yet. So, alright, we've got Field of Ruin, Eternal Witness, Imperial Recruiter, Ballista, or Man of War. Probably should take Man of War or Ballista. I don't think we're going to be playing green. I mean, it is possible, I just don't think it's likely. I'll take Man of War. Something to do. I mean, it is a land destruction spell. I mean, you know what? It wipes the board. It blows up a land. Let's do it. Let's play blue-red land destruction. The land destruction stipulation. We do have to be on the lookout for like Scalding Tarn, Wooded Foothills, or any blue, like any blue or red fetch really. Preferably, I think blue at this point, but we definitely want Scalding Tarn if at all possible. So no Frost Titan. Inferno Titan is a pretty decent way to win the game. We could take Taiga and speculate on green. I'll take Inferno Titan. Yeah, I guess we take a Tech Edge. Take Chandra. Don't know if there are any Stone Rain variants in the cube, but if there are, she's pretty good at synergizing with them. We might be drafting a deck that doesn't really exist, but it'll be fun to see if it does. Goblin Crater Maker is fine, and Bombat Courier, but we're probably not being that aggressive. I mean, we have some of the cards we would play if we were going to be that aggressive, so maybe we can transition to that if in the first few picks of Pack 2 we decide that none of the cards are stuff we want to play. Ravages of War, that's a land destruction spell. There's also City of Brass, Luca. This is kind of tough. Like, I'd like to take Ravages of War. City of Brass is really tempting here. We're not playing that many creatures, so I think Luca's not that great. Preordain is good for us. I don't think anybody picks Ravages of War effects, so I'm actually going to try letting that go. I'm going to take City of Brass because I do want some fixing for this deck. Okay. Chandra, Awakened Inferno, is very strong. There's also a Chromatic Lantern and a Grim Monolith. Grim Monolith is probably the pick here, because we go from playing Grim Monolith on turn 2 to playing Tamiyo on turn 3, or Inferno Titan on turn 3. There are other things we can play than a giant Chandra. Not that she's bad. Yeah, I'll take Grim Monolith. Okay. There's a Clothis, Phyrexian Revoker, Plow Under, which is technically a burns, or not a burn spell, I'm looking at Shivan Fire, like, as I'm saying this. It's a land destruction spell, but we're not in green. We also don't really have the capability to splash green, but we have a City of Brass. Kind of think we take Opt. Having some number of cantrips to make this deck work might be necessary. We do have a Rainbow Land, so, like, maybe we start looking for Plow Under. Kind of wish I took that Taiga, but I'm going to take the Opt. Okay. Copperline Gorge, Chart a Course, Worn Power Stone. I don't know if we need all of the colorless ramp. I think it might be good. Well, if we take it, it makes Ravages of War or, what's the other one? Armageddon better. Mass Land Destruction gets better if we have Mana Rocks and a Crucible of Worlds in our deck. Alright, I've convinced myself of what. I'm not sure, though. Probably want the Steam Vents. I think next highest priority after Steam Vents is probably, like, removal, because we don't have much removal at all. We have Chain Lightning, Mana War is temporary removal, Chandra, or not Chandra, Tamiyo is kind of temporary removal. Okay, so there's a Basalt Monolith, there is an Ancient Tomb, a Tundra. I think all three of the cards I just named are very reasonable pickups. Magma Jet is probably also very playable in this deck. Kind of want to take Tundra to make the splash available. Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb might just be too strong to pass up. I'm going to take Ancient Tomb. Got a lot of colorless and a lot of colored requirements, so hopefully we can get some signets or something. Alright, Coercive Portal is very good. Ramanop Excavator is a duplicate Crucible, but in a color that we're not playing. Braid is really good removal, and Hedron Archive is a ton of ramp, which we can also cash in for draws. We're going to need some color filtering of some kind. I think the pick is either a Braid or Coercive Portal, and we don't have anything in the 4-drop slot, so I'm going to take Coercive Portal. Probably Bonfire. I think it's, like, we probably should be taking Rekindling Phoenix, but come on. How often do I play a red deck that has a ton of artifact ramp? Okay, Ravages of War came all the way around. Kind of sad that Clifftop retreats in this pack, because we do want some red-white fixing if we're going to take this, and we are. Chromatic Lantern is good, though. I'll take a Chromatic Lantern. Sacred Foundry is some of the fixing we were hoping for. Faith's Fetters is a playable spell in this deck. Inspiring Vantage. I don't think we can play a double white or double black spell, but we're probably more likely to play Spear of Heliod for the revenge effect than we are to play a random 2/3 flyer that synergizes in an aggro deck, which we aren't. Alright, and a Volrath's Stronghold. This could be very powerful for us if we get a good recyclable creature, simply because we have, like, City of Brass. Okay. So we have a lot of lands of a lot of colors. We should probably prioritize actual cards this time around for the last pack. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but sorry for no face cam. I kind of look like hell this morning, and figured I could do without my ugly mug on screen for once. I'll usually have it on, just not this morning, I think. Okay, so Bloodstained Mire. I think I will take, because it fixes for all of our colors. Unfortunately, I mean, like, do I pass Wormcoil Engine for it? There's Acidic Slime. Yeah, we've got to take Bloodstained Mire here. Oh, Scalding Tarn. I want Scalding Tarn. I want Scalding Tarn and Hollowed Fountain. Is no one picking Fixing, like, at all? There's a Splinter Twin. I don't think we've seen any of the creatures that synergize with Splinter Twin, so they could be in this pack or other people took them. We also don't have too many creatures that Splinter Twin would just be good value on, other than, like, Champion of Wits or Mana War, I guess. Maybe we take Splinter Twin and have the Twin combo in here somewhere. It's either this, Scalding Tarn, or Ulamog. I'm gonna try taking Splinter Twin. We'll see what happens. Okay, in this pack... Wow, there's a lot of good cards in this pack for us. We have Mana Confluence, Karn Liberated, and Fire Prophecy. We don't have a lot of early game removal, so we should probably be taking Fire Prophecy or Searing Spear. But I'm gonna take Karn. He's a land destruction spell, right? Because, like, what is that? Ancient Tomb into Grim Monolith, land, Worn Power Stone, turn 3 Karn. Okay, so we don't have any... We haven't seen any Stone Rain effects, so Stone Rain might not actually exist in this cube. Otherwise I would take Dark Dwellers. Ajani Vengeant, though, is a one-sided Armageddon and value Planeswalker in the colors that we're planning on playing. So there's Oblivion Ring, Riftbolt, and Steamkin, I guess. I don't know what else I would play. I guess we could play Emrakul. Probably take Riftbolt, just as kind of like derpy, awkward removal that could go to face. Oblivion Ring is pretty good, though. I'm going to take Oblivion Ring. Okay. Cloud Skate is excellent in this deck because it is a land destruction spell that costs 2 mana, but also is a creature that can deal damage and potentially win the game. If we had taken more burn spells and like actual instants and sorceries, I'd say Young Pyromancer would be what I would pick here. But I'm going to take the Cloud Skate. Deceiver Exarch, there it is. We have the twin combo. Okay, so in this pack there is, I guess, Pia and Kieran, or Roast. Roast is more of a sideboard removal spell, but we might end up playing it because we're kind of light on playables. Wormcoil, I'll take Wormcoil. Spellseeker gets Chain Lightning or Opt. That does nothing effectively. Dualcaster Mage might get a Chain Lightning or an Opt in the best case scenario. There's a Flash 2/2. That might be fun with Splinter Twin on it, but like, let's take Dualcaster Mage. All right, Fire Prophecy came all the way around. I'm going to take Fire Prophecy, even though this isn't our colors. Exquisite Firecraft. The sorcery speed removal. I'll take it. Runaway Steamkin. Sideboard. I guess Wall of Omen sideboard. And Lavamancer. Alright, well we don't have a lot of fuel for Lavamancer, unfortunately. I really wish that this Bloodstained Mire was Scalding Tarn. But there was no way to know. I just wish they had swapped positions in packs. Alright, take all of this stuff out for a second. Group creatures separately. We need to make 3 cuts. So I cut Grim Lavamancer simply because we're not spamming enough spells to fill the grave. We don't have a ton of fetch lands either, and we don't want to be exiling our lands that we do put in the grave. Probably going to cut Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. Flashing back one of these 3 spells, or Exquisite Firecraft, is probably not good enough. And, man, I really wish we had like an Izzet Signet, or just any Signet in red or blue at all. Would be very nice. Oh, I do want to be playing Bonfire. Let's see, what else to cut? I guess Dualcaster Mage. We kind of want to mitigate the double red till we get to the top end or win conditions. And relic we can put in the sideboard. Okay, so we're definitely playing Ancient Tomb. All of this. Maybe not Tech Edge. You know what, Tech Edge. No, we'll bring it in versus someone who has a lot of non-basics. Add basic lands. What does this look like? Okay, how many white sources do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get to white mana by like turn 4-ish. Oh, we also have Crucible, or not Crucible, but Chromatic Lantern, so that's 6. Okay. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red sources. That's plenty. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue sources. Okay. Alright, you know what? I think this will function as a deck, but we'll see if the strategy functions as a strategy. And I'll see you guys round 1. Alrighty. Round 1, here we go. Alright, we'll play first. We got all our colors of mana, no artifact ramp, and it's a mull to 6 because we have Bonfire, but, I mean, like, I think we gotta keep this. Hopefully Opt finds us something nice. Inferno Titan to the bottom. We get an Oblivion Ring. Well, that's something we can cast at this point. When it starts Wandering Fumarole tapped. We draw Mana War. Play Mountain, pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. And a Young Pyromancer, alright. We get Splinter Twin. So we can either Oblivion Ring this or bounce it. Kinda just want to bounce it. Opponent might get an elemental out of this if they like replay it in a cantrip or a bolt. But like, I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, opponent plays an Anax hardened in the Forge. I'm kind of glad we saved Oblivion Ring here. So play Oblivion Ring, exile Anax, go to combat, get in for 2. Opponent plays Young Pyromancer, passes. We draw a Chromatic Lantern. Alright, let's go to combat. Attack for 2. Offer the trade. Okay, opponent Magma Jets. Sure. Gets to go Scrying. Our mana here is a little awkward, but we get to either play Bonfire for 1 or play Chromatic Lantern. I think the play is to just cast Bonfire for 1. Our opponent is playing blue mana, and I don't know if there's going to be a more opportune time to do this. Okay. Opponent plays a Murmuring Mystic. Alright. We untap. We draw Sacred Foundry. I'm going to shock Sacred Foundry to play around Spell Pierce. Now if we draw 1 land, we can play Karn. And then we can tick up Karn and Ravages of War. And then the game should be over, because how do you beat a Karn with no lands? Oh, well. Opponent shocks us twice and destroys our artifact mana. Suspends a Rift Bolt. We draw Steam Vents, which we will play tapped. Sad. Could have had a Karn. I'm surprised they didn't animate Fumarole here. They must have something else they want to cast, or they're worried about removal. Thunderbreak Regent. We draw Coercive Portal. Opponent has enough damage to just kill us. Alright. Let's make them think we're some kind of derpy control deck here. I mean we are. I shouldn't misrepresent what I'm doing, but I'm bringing Wall of Omens versus this aggressiveness. I think we're gonna go down. What are we gonna go down? Could do like, we could drop Opt. I think that's probably for the best. I'm debating about bringing in Roast, just for like Murmuring Mystic, because I don't know how else I would kill that card without already winning the game. But I'm not sure what I would drop for it. I don't want to drop Exquisite Firecraft because my opponent did just show me that they have Thunderbreak Regent, and Roast does not hit Thunderbreak Regent while Exquisite Firecraft does. We could drop Chain Lightning, but I like having 1 mana removal. Let's just run it back like this. I'll play first. One more mana and this might have been good, but multiple 7s in your opener, even with a single Grim Monolith, is not good. This is also very close, but we're gonna go to 5. Alright, you know what? Sure. Start Inspiring Vantage. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a mountain and passes. Okay, we draw Ancient Tomb. Play an island. Pass the turn. Well, the good news is if we draw any of our big spells, we should be playing them in relatively short order. Opponent plays a Search for Iskanta. While this is relatively not threatening, I do not want my opponent sculpting their draws like this, so I am going to Oblivion Ring it. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a mountain, cast Young Pyro. We draw Champion of Wits. Play Champion. We will draw 2. Draw Star of Extinction. Let's drop Plains and City of Brass. Play Ancient Tomb. Pass the turn. Opponent leaving up 4 mana. We draw Riftwing Cloudskate. Okay, so let's go to combat. Attack for 2. Offer the trade. Okay, opponent's going to Factor Fiction, getting a 1/1. Oh my god. I don't know how to split this, because I've got a feeling this is going to end poorly for us. Okay, so Bedlam Reveler is like not castable. They'll have 1 instant or sorcery into the grave, and they're not dumping anymore. So we want to put their like their best card with Bedlam Reveler, I think. I think that's Niv Mizzet. We don't want to put a land in that pile, and we could give them a Swift Spear. That looks like too much, but I have a feeling they're going to have trouble casting this Bedlam Reveler, and if we cast a land destruction spell, they'll have trouble with Niv Mizzet anyway. So I'm going to split like this. Alright. So opponent's going to block our 2/1 with their 1/1. We trade. Okay. Play Crucible. Get back a Plains. And suspend Riftwing Cloudskate past the turn. Okay, opponent plays Swift Spear. There is a charm, they're going to go Looting. Prowess trigger, and they get an Elemental. I wonder which of their mana is more important. Probably red, considering the cards we gave them. So we are almost certainly going to Star of Extinction. Oh, they dropped Pian, Kirin, and Bedlam Reveler. So they're still holding Niv Mizzet. They get in for 4. Cloudskate coming down soon-ish. Okay, our opponent did not play a land. So play City of Brass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of painful, but it's going to reset the board. So Star of Extinction, that mountain. Sweet. Pass the turn. Next turn we can pay a bunch of life to Eternalize Champion of Wits. No! How dare you? This is illegal. I was going to draw so many cards this turn. Okay, Cloudskate ticking down. We draw Tamiyo. So we can either Tamiyo tap a land, or we can Exquisite Firecraft and nothing else. I think we're going to Tamiyo here. So Tamiyo, tick up on a mountain, pass the turn. It's also worth noting our opponent whiffed with Narset first time. They got a Magma Jet, they have to discard. They discard Niv Mizzet, because he is no more than a pipe dream. So cast Riftwing Cloudskate will bounce an island. We draw Grim Monolith. Tick up on mountain. Go to combat. Kill Narset. Then I think we Eternalize Champion of Wits. So much life. Okay, we draw 4 cards and then discard 2 cards. I don't think we need... we probably don't need Worn Power Stone. And I'm gonna dump Grim Monolith as well. Yeah. Okay, pass the turn. It's working. Our deck is working. Okay, opponent plays a mountain and suspends a Rift Bolt. We draw an island. Play an island. So our opponent has Magma Jet. Tap that mountain. This doesn't work if they have another mountain. Exile that mountain. Attack for 6. Let's say Rift Bolt us or Karn. They Rift Bolt us. They need to draw a mountain. No! Ah, they drew the mountain. That's really disheartening. Unfortunately, our mana kind of did us in there, but like, I don't know. I don't know how likely it was our opponent drew a mountain. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in round 2. Alright, welcome back to round 2. We have an Inspiring Vantage Wasteland. I think we keep because we're on the draw. We do have a spell we can cast to interact with an opponent trying to do early game things. This opponent starts Savannah Isamaru. Okay, Island is very good. We start Inspiring Vantage Chain Lightning. Okay, opponent untaps. They play a Plains. We draw land. So we're going to Wasteland their Savannah here. Because they didn't have a 2-drop last turn, so they're probably not going to have a 2-drop next turn. Ooh, they didn't even have land. Wasteland, too strong. Play an island, pass the turn. Okay. Opponent untaps. Nothing. We draw Goblin Crater Maker. Well, we will play a Crater Maker. Pass the turn. They play a Forest into a Stoneforge Mystic. What do they get? Sword of Fire and Ice. We draw an island. So we're going to play an Ajani Vengeant. Tick up on the plains. Pass the turn. Alright, sweet. Oh man, land destruction, so mean. I don't think we make any changes, we'll just run it back. It's possible that with Fire Prophecy, Chain Lightning, we should be playing Chandra. But, I don't know. This looks like a pretty decent hand. We just need a Deceiver Exarch and we win the game. Alright, opponent starts Forest, having learned their Wasteland lesson. We draw Inspiring Vantage. So let's start with an Opt. Riftwing Cloudskate I will draw. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. Stoneforge Mystics again. They get a Sword of Fire and Ice. We draw an island. Play Inspiring Vantage. Suspend Cloudskate. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. Casts Sword. Sure. Cloudskate ticking down. We draw Plains. The problem is our opponent is going to be able to hit us with Sword at least once. So we will play a mountain. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forest and a Questing Beast. Alright, no sword equipped yet. That's good for us. Opponent hits us for 5. Cloudskate ticking down. We draw a Worn Power Stone. So let's... Okay. Let me think here. I probably shouldn't have played that extra mountain. Because if I play a land here, we could Ravages of War. Next turn, provided our opponent doesn't have much, we can unsuspend or Riftwing Cloudscape comes off suspend. We bounce one of their final remaining permanents, like Questing Beast as an example. We put Splinter Twin on Riftwing Cloudscape, and we just boomerang their permanents until we win the game. What that probably means I should do is play Worn Power Stone this turn. So play a Plains. Play Worn Power Stone. Pass the turn. Okay, opponent suits up Questing Beast. Plays a Temple Garden untapped. And a Great Henge, good lord. Opponent attacks us for 7. We're going to take 2 and they draw an additional card. Cloudscape coming off suspend. We bounce Sword. We draw Fire Prophecy. So I need to cast Ravages of War this turn. If I do that, we're in a little bit of trouble. So I can Fire Prophecy to kill the Stoneforge Mystic. I can Ravages of War. But if my opponent draws a land, they can replay the Sword. I guess we could Splinter Twin at that point. Alright, let's Fire Prophecy the Stoneforge Mystic. We're going to put back an island. Chromatic Lantern is really good. So then we destroy all lands. And I'm going to play a Wasteland. This can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Which probably means we should attack, but I don't know if like Strangleroot Geist or anything is in this cube, so I'm going to hold back. Okay. Opponent attacks for 4, no blocks. I should have played a mountain, I just realized, because now I can't cast Splinter Twin. Not that I could anyway, but like, that was my out. So I can cast Chromatic Lantern, play a mountain, and do nothing. We can't block. Yeah, okay. Alright, slight misplay there. Not too slight, because City of Brass still would have killed us. We needed to draw another mountain, but like... Okay, I'm definitely bringing in Roast. I'm going to go down, and probably I'm going to bring in Face Fetters as well. I'm going to go down... I think Firecraft is just worse than Roast here. And I'm going to go down Opt. Try it like this. Alright, I'd love to play first. This is kind of okay. We'll keep. Opponent mulligans to 6. Start Steam Vents tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Temple Garden tapped. We draw Crucible of Worlds. Play an island. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forest. Passes. We draw Sacred Foundry. So play a mountain. Play Chromatic Lantern. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plains. So this tells me that they have Questing Beast, or they would not be playing this way. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play Crucible of Worlds and a Sacred Foundry tapped. Pass the turn. Questing Beast, I knew it. So if we'd played a Johnny, he would have just immediately got yeeted. Okay, so we draw Tameo, the Moon Sage. Play a mountain. So you can either play Inferno Titan or Tameo. I think we just play Tameo. Tap Questing Beast. Pass the turn. Opponent plays Lyra Dawnbringer. We draw Oblivion Ring. If we had one more mana, we could Oblivion Ring plus a Johnny Vengeant. So, tap Lyra. Play a Johnny Vengeant. Questing Beast doesn't untap. Oops. And then we'll play Crater Maker. Pass the turn. Man, Tamiyo's so good. I love Tamiyo. This used to be standard legal. You know how gross this was in standard? Ooh, opponent plays Birthing Pod. They don't do anything with it, though. We draw Chain Lightning. So we could kill Lyra. But why would we do that when we could just Inferno Titan? Hang on a minute. Big Brain plays. We could down tick a Johnny, play Inferno Titan, kill Lyra, tap Questing Beast. No, let's just keep ticking these guys up, because their ultimates are what's going to win us the game. If we wanted to play super safe, we could Oblivion Ring Birthing Pod. Nah, let's just get a big, gigantic threat onto the board. Get him, Lava Boy. Alright, 3 damage to our opponent's face. Attack them for 2. Are they trying to activate Birthing Pod? Because this is definitely sorcery only. I know a lot of people don't get to play with Birthing Pod that often, and it is a lot of fun, but you do have to read your own cards more than I do. Opponent plays a Nykthos. Let me draw Ancient Tomb. I think we can kill our opponent. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We don't even have to go that deep because we're holding Chain Lightning and we can down tick a Johnny. Alright. Go to combat. Attack with both. Actually, we'll just attack with Inferno Titan. 3 damage to our opponent. I'm going to pump him 3 times. Alright, opponent scoops it up. They had no outs. Alright, we got a match. I'll see you guys in round 3. Alright, round 3, here we go. Alright, we lost the die roll. Okay, I can work with this. We'll keep. Opponent plays Needle Spires to start. We draw City of Brass. We're going to play Bloodstain Mire. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. They play a Plains. Into a Stoneforge Mystic. Let's go get a Steam Vent. See what our opponent grabs. Hopefully it's not a Batter Skull. It is a Sword of Body and Mind. Okay. We draw Star of Extinction. I play Sacred Foundry tapped. Unfortunately, we do not have removal for that Stoneforge Mystic. Opponent plays an Isolated Chapel. They cast Sword of Body and Mind. Okay, so that lets them get in for 1 damage here. We draw Grim Monolith. So we can play City of Brass. Well, let's see what we should do here. So we could cast Chromatic Lantern and get hit with Sword and Body of Mind. We could Deceiver Exarch, tap Stoneforge. That seems pretty tempting. Next turn, if we draw a land, we can play a land, play Chromatic Lantern, play Grim Monolith, or play Grim Monolith. If we play Chromatic Lantern, play Grim Monolith, then the turn after we can Star of Extinction. Yeah, I think we Deceiver Exarch this turn in response to our opponent equipping Sword. Okay, opponent plays a Swamp. They go to equip Sword. So we flash in Deceiver Exarch. Tap Stoneforge. Okay, opponent's got nothing else. We draw Inspiring Vantage, which is pretty unfortunate. If we can play a Johnny somehow this turn, we could stop them from attacking by keeping that tapped. But I don't think there's a way that we can play a Johnny here. We can cast Ravages of War. which would be very, very bad for us. This will not block. So we play Inspiring Vantage. And then we play Grim Monolith. Okay. We're gonna get in for one. Opponent plays Caracas. And a Necrotal. Okay. They get in with Sword. Mill us for 10 and make a Wolf. We milled a lot of good stuff. I think we Starve Extinction. No matter what, we have to tap Monolith. So we could play Tomb. Let's see, what is the best way to do this? We could save Tomb till after Ravages of War, but if we play Tomb now, because there's 7 mana, we play Tomb now, we go up to 9, we can use 3 mana to play Chromatic Lantern, so we go back to 7, and then Starve Extinction? Okay. So let's do that thing I said. Play Chromatic Lantern. Red. Red, red, red. And we do have to do the colorless. And red. Star of Extinction, destroy their only red source. Okay, pass the turn. Opponent plays Plains. 5 mana. They have Stone Coil Serpent, X5. We draw Chain Lightning. The problem is when they suit it up with Sword, they'll be able to trample over for 1 and mill us for 10, and we are on a very short clock to try and win the game. We're not casting Chain Lightning this turn, so we might as well just use regular mana here. Hang on, I mathed wrong, didn't I? Pay 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why didn't that work? Okay. We get a Worm Coil. I think the only way this goes wrong is if our opponent has a path. Opponent plays a Swamp. They play an Ophiomancer. And another Sword. Alright. We untap. We draw Oblivion Ring. The beginning of each upkeep. If you control no snakes. Oh, this is a snake. Hilarious. So I think we just Chain Lightning and then Oblivion Ring. So Oblivion Ring, Stone Coil Serpent. Chain Lightning, Ophiomancer. Attack for 6. Opponent plays Bob. Suits him up with Sword of Body and Mind. And Sword of Fire and Ice. He has double protection from blue, which is kind of annoying for Mana War. So we could play a Johnny. We can attack, actually. Play a Johnny Vengeance. No, we can't get hit. We have to leave Worm Coil on defense. We have 7 mana. So we can either play a Johnny Vengeance or we can just Ravages of War. We can use 4 mana, untap Grim Monolith. Then we're 1 mana short of casting Ravages. So if we cast Ravages, our opponent could die to their own Confidant, but they're also going to draw into lands. So let's just play a Johnny Vengeance. We're going to tick up on Caracas, I guess. Alright, pass the turn. Confidant trigger. Opponent reveals Worm Coil Engine. What timeline is this? Oh, man. You shouldn't play 6 drops and Bob in the same deck, or this is going to happen. Okay, opponent kills Worm Coil. Death trigger. Opponent is attacking. trade. Alright, opponent just killed themselves. So we draw a mountain. Go to combat. Oh, shoot. Well, you know what? That's fine. So let's Ravages of War. Blow up all lands. Play a mountain. Untap Grim Monolith. Zap our opponent. Pass the turn. I should have attacked. That definitely was a mistake. Because if they have like a pain land or something, they can't get out of it. Well, I guess if they have a pain land, they just die to a Johnny. But this is Legacy Cube. I don't know what kind of 1-mana spells exist here. Okay. Cool. We got him. Oh my gosh. Opponent has a Wormcoil Engine. I could bring in Tech Edge, but I don't want to be sacrificing my own lands. We'll just run it back. Alright. With Man of War on turn 3. We're on the draw. You know what, I'm gonna keep. I don't know how many good hands this deck has, and this one's okay. Opponent plays a swamp. We draw. Coercive Portal. Play Bloodstained Mire. Fetch with Bloodstained Mire. And we're going to get a Sacred Foundry tapped. Pass the turn. I kind of worry that they have like Leon and Arbiter or something, and maybe that was still like, hey, I should wait until they cast it, but... Alright, Confidant immediately. We draw Fire Prophecy, which is exactly what I wanted. Throw Bob into the Afterlife. We are going to put back Star of Extinction. We draw Tameo, which is pretty good. Opponent plays a Sacred Foundry tapped. We draw Plains. Play Steam Vents tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps, and they play a Sword. We untap, we draw a Mountain. Play a Mountain, play Coercive Portal. Okay. Pass turn. Opponent plays Oblivion Ring for Coercive Portal. We untap. We draw City of Brass, so play City of Brass. Okay, don't know why that happened. You all saw it. I tapped this prior to the trigger, but didn't get the mana until I tapped it after the trigger. Tap a land, pass the turn. Moto is some quality programming, let me tell you. Opponent's got nothing. We draw a Crucible. Crucible's pretty sweet. Keep Sacred Foundry tapped. Play a Plains. Go get a Wormcoil. Alright, opponent. Mortify. Oh, Vindicate. Vindicates Tameo. Okay. Well, we get an opt. So we're going to play Crucible. Get a Bloodstained Mire. Crack Bloodstained Mire. It's too bad we have like all of our mountains. Okay, last mountain. Then we opt. You know, if this didn't give pro red, I would be a lot more comfortable with Star of Extinction. That's not much better. Get in for 6. Opponent goes to 14. They have Sword of Protection for both cards in our hand. That's very rude. So opponent plays a Gonti. They get to take a card out of our top 4, which is probably going to be a very good card. Okay, we untap. We draw Bonfire. What is that? A Bonfire for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yes. Bonfire for the win. Okay, we take a damage. Oh, Steam Vents. Steam Vents, you were supposed to get tapped. Alright, whatever. Well, we're still exactly lethal. Thank goodness. But, Steam Vents does not like to get tapped on Moto. But we 2-1 this league with our janky Jeskai land destruction deck, which is pretty sweet. Some minor misplays. I'm not sure if I could have won round one. It's pretty early in the morning. I'm not totally awake yet, but that was definitely fun. I would definitely draft a deck like that again. We got to cast Star of Extinction too. We were playing Tameo, and Tameo did work. She's like, Tameo's bae. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed this one. Sorry about the lack of face cam. If you like this kind of content, please drop a like, leave a comment, let me know. Anything you can do. You can also follow me on Twitch, same username as you find me on here, and if you feel so inclined, you should definitely subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it makes me feel good about this channel. Really, really supports me. So, alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!